up, internet? It's your boy Alan back again. Coming to talk to you about a topic I've wanted to do for a long time. It's a question that I get either asked directly a lot or I overhear and I just have to jump in and you'll understand why when I'm done with the video. Or I just see something on a random thread on the internet and I go down a rabbit hole trying to explain it. So, what better way than to make a video about it? And it's on the subject of tasers. And I find myself particularly having to have this conversation and convincing ladies about this. And that's another reason why I'm doing this in the spirit of protecting black women and arming black women not only with physical weapons but with the knowledge to use them and to defend themselves. Ladies, you gotta stay away from the tasers. They're going to get you hurt or worse. And I'll get into why. The main reason is, number one, half the time what you have is not a taser in itself. Okay, most of you have stun guns, but the word taser has become synonymous with a large class of electronic weapons of some sort. Kind of like, depending on what part of the country you're from, somebody will say pass the Tabasco and they mean hot sauce. It might not even be Tabasco brand hot sauce. Just like say, oh, he got maced. It got pepper spray, but was it actually mace? Because mace is a brand name of pepper spray. And I'll get into that later. All right. If the electronic weapon is something that you can do that crackling noise or you have to physically touch the person, it is not a taser. Okay. The taser company created an electronic weapon that was designed to incapacitate, that's a key word, incapacitate an aggressor. Okay, meaning that when you employ it, that person no longer has the ability to fight or to present a threat anymore. Okay, that's not what stun guns do. Stun guns rely on a pain response. They irritate, they hurt, but they do not take away somebody's ability to hurt you just off strength of what they do. They're hoping that he figures out he doesn't want to do this anymore because the pain is too great. And I'm here to tell you, if somebody's attacking you, I'm not talking about like, after the club you have words with somebody, what's up, bitch, you're crackling and trying to get them to back up. And we've seen a YouTube video not too long ago, this white lady running up on a bunch of black girls with the crackling, and then they beat her monkey ass. For two reasons. One, a real bad guy is not scared of that crackle. Okay, all you're going to do with that is piss him off, or he's going to trade that. Just like somebody who knows you can't hurt him might let you punch him one time and they're going to come knock you out. And now you've given them your stun gun. Okay? So if you're close enough to actually get one off, you're better off stabbing them or cutting them. And this is assuming, again, this is a true self-defense, your life may be in danger scenario. Because at least with the knife, when people see their own blood, when a knife is sticking out of them, they back up. Okay? A stun gun is just going to be, ow, why'd you do that? I'm going to hurt you now. You got to leave these things alone. And I don't even know what the quality control on them is, because some of them I'm sure are stronger than the other ones. They last longer. They're better constructed. But all of them are typically expensive. I haven't seen one for less than $100. And I'm sure that's the bottom of the barrel cheap ones. And again, just like on my gun video, this isn't a situation where you want to skimp out on something that you may have to defend your life with. But for the money, you're not getting that much capability. And if you go to get a taser, those cost hundreds of dollars. A lot of times, you have to go through the same trouble that you would getting a gun to get a taser, and maybe you're saying, okay, but I don't want to carry lethal force. I understand that, but that doesn't mean just grab something else just for the calming effect that you think you might have from the false sense of security. For a taser to work, a lot has to go right. The same conditions for a gunshot have to go off without the benefit of actually shooting your opponent. You have to see them coming. You have to come up, get a nice aim on them. They got to be within range. You got to land a good shot on them. You got to hope that the probes go through their clothing. You got to hope that they make good contact with the skin while the person's running at you, and then they get a good shock in. And never mind if that person is predisposed to be a little bit more resistant to, because there is a small population of the population that are resistant to tasers. Well, who knows? There have been documented cases where people have been hopped up on whatever drug, and the taser not have the effect that's desired. If it doesn't work, or if you miss, which can happen, because there's some statistic where 60% of the first 5 shots from an officer's gun in a gunfight with a criminal, they miss. Okay? That's because that's from pure stress. You can go be surgical at the range, but when your adrenaline's pumping, you're yanking that gun out, somebody's trying to kill you, they miss. And they got a whole magazine. With the taser, you got one shot, typically, and then you got to reload the pack. All while this person's trying to hurt you and kill you. And that's assuming you saw them coming in the first place. All right? They're not helpful. What will save your ass is some quality, emphasis on the quality, pepper spray. Okay? The reason being is that, one, it's cheap, so you can use it, buy another one. You can buy these 5 times over before you buy one stun gun or taser. Number 2, It's effective. Now, you want quality stuff, not the stuff that you're going to get from the gas station, because half the time that's mace or something that's designed to irritate. You want something that can incapacitate. And but when you can go on YouTube, I'm not going to make a video. I would never spray myself with this because I know it works and I don't have nothing to prove to y'all. But you can go on the internet, search Pepper Power, pepperpower.com, and I'll put the links in the description. Foxlabs.com, or if you have to, Sabre. Those are the three brands that I would trust my life to. Sabre being a quality third, but a distant third from the first two. In pure heat, I believe that Pepper Power is the strongest. This was actually developed by a guy out in Montana who survived a grizzly bear attack and designed sprays to stop a grizzly bear. Okay? So, yeah, this will stop somebody trying to come after you. And Fox Labs is a close second. I like Fox Labs will go probably a little bit ahead because of their versatility. There's only a couple versions, the sizes that you can get from Pepper Power, but Fox Labs has a whole suite of sizes. They have UV dye capability. They have different deliveries, whether or not you want an oil-based one so that if you're spraying it in the crowd, it won't splash. If you want a fogger, so that when you're jogging, you don't have to be too precise with it. Or some, they got a variety of spray options. But pepper spray is going to save you for two reasons. One, you cannot function after this stuff gets in your face. You can't, okay? Even if it takes a few seconds, they're done. They're already going to close their eyes, and then by the time they try to figure out where you are, it's intense burning, okay? Number two, let's say they have glasses on, goggles, because you're getting attacked by ninjas or something. They got to breathe. And quality pepper spray is delivered in such a way that the droplets are so small, kind of like COVID-19, that it gets up into your nasal passages and you have instant asthma. And don't let your attacker actually have asthma. He might not make it, okay? All the while, you're able to get away. And the good thing about pepper spray is you don't have to be too precise. You get blitzed, which is most commonly what happens. You get robbed or somebody's trying to take your cookies or worse. You get blitzed, it's over your shoulder. You're not doing that with a taser, okay? And it's very easy. All you have to do is minimal training. You have to learn how to, obviously, you want to spray it one time to see how it comes out. But if you get it in your mind that you have it always at the ready, they're small and concealable. And again, I measured my hand. It's about 8 inches across. I know ladies typically have smaller hands, and typically y'all wear clothes that don't have pockets and stuff like that. But if you just get used to, from the time that I leave my car to such and such, this is in my hand. And they make them for keychains. You see this little ring. This is actually, I gave this to my sisters. I need to re-up. Because I carry pepper spray on my own, even when I was able to carry a weapon. Now that in Maryland I can't, I would still carry pepper spray. I just gave mine to my sister. That's how effective it is. This isn't something I tell the girls to do. I do it. Because even when I'm carrying my weapon, obviously I want to be able to, you don't fight when you're armed legally, but there may be a situation where you don't think lethal force is necessary, but you need to get away from. Pepper spray fills that gap, okay? And if you can't be armed, this will stop somebody. It absolutely will. Taser stun guns, if you're that close, that means that they can hurt you. And maybe they brought more than a stun gun. Maybe they brought a knife. There's really no application for a stun gun outside of uniformed law enforcement or uniformed security personnel, like at a bouncer and everything like that. Those are the only places where I've seen them successfully used. And the reason being is because, one, yeah, they may not be the aggressor, but they're actively engaging in combat. Somebody's gotten out of hand and it's their job to put them down. So they're going to shock that dude, and they're not expecting the shock to drop the person. They're expecting the shock to maybe distract them, make them drop a bottle or weapon they might have, or they're shocking them in conjunction with putting them in some kind of restraint, a chokehold, getting them on the ground, getting compliance. But it's in combination with brute force and probably backup, which you're not trying to do. You're trying to get away from somebody who's trying to hurt you, okay? Save your money, get quality pepper spray. Again, pepperpower.com, foxlabs.com, or you can search Sabre. Now, I do know that for some reason, Fox Labs, their website, they're not selling anymore. I'm not sure if that's COVID related or whatever. They have a customer service number you can call to find out how to order. But if you just Google Fox Labs, go to their website. It's worth going there because you can see the different versions of the spray they have. You can decide on the one you want and then Google it. There's people on Amazon selling it. There's people on other third-party sites that have it. It's quality stuff. That's if you want more versatility than the spray options offered by Pepper Power. And of course, Sabre. I only say I've never carried Sabre, but Sabre is used by a bunch of police departments. But just to put that in perspective, Fox Labs is way hotter than Sabre, and so is Pepper Power. There's this little watch that I like. I don't know how potent the spray is, and I don't know if it's refill or whatever, but it's called the Little Viper, Where, because a lot of times, you're jogging, or women just don't want to carry this around. They want to be cute. They don't have their purse on them. It looks like a little one of those little elastic bands, but it's got a little knob on there where it sprays out a good 3 feet, so it's always at the ready. So you got to Google, you got to decide what you want to carry, but I implore you, if for nothing else, stay away from those stun guns slash tasers. They're gonna get you hurt. That's all I got.